A landmark U.S.-Iran peace deal, Kyiv heritage struck, and India-France tech pacts. Welcome to Zenith Global News. We start with a massive diplomatic breakthrough. The U.S. and Iran reached a framework agreement ending military conflict. This historic deal was just announced by U.S. President Donald Trump and Pakistani Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif. Under this framework, the U.S. removes its naval blockade in 30 days, unfreezing Iranian assets within 60. Crucially, Iran agreed to immediately reopen the Strait of Hormuz, an absolutely vital shipping route for global energy. President Trump confirmed the deal is complete, while Iran committed to halting military operations on all fronts. Global leaders are universally praising this agreement, calling it a massive diplomatic victory for regional stability. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres called it a critical step, thanking regional partners like Pakistan and Qatar. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi welcomed the news, stressing the urgent need to restore commerce and navigation freedom. French President Emmanuel Macron echoed those thoughts, demanding the unconditional reopening of maritime traffic without restrictions. The economic impact was immediate. Global financial markets surged on the promise of stabilized energy trade. Unfreezing $24 billion in Iranian assets has investors absolutely thrilled, sharply easing global inflation fears. Brent crude oil prices tumbled 5%, while Asian stock indices like the Nikkei leaped upwards. This plunge in energy costs gives central banks immense relief, potentially pausing the need for aggressive rate hikes. Turning to Eastern Europe, intense Russian airstrikes across Ukraine are causing tragic civilian casualties and infrastructural devastation. Tragically, Kiev's 1,000-year-old Pechersk Lavra Monastery, a revered UNESCO World Heritage Site, caught fire during massive aerial assaults. Ukrainian Prime Minister Yulia Sviridenko strongly condemned these strikes as a brutal assault on Ukraine's cultural heritage. These recent strikes killed 5 in Kyiv, cut power for thousands, and targeted emergency workers in Kharkiv. Meanwhile, in major diplomatic news, India and France just elevated their strategic partnership during bilateral talks in Nice. Prime Minister Modi inaugurated the Bharat Innovates event alongside President Macron, highlighting India as a global tech provider. The leaders launched a joint AI working group and ramped up collaboration in space and defense manufacturing. They aim to double bilateral trade within 5 years. But will these shifting global alliances secure lasting peace? Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Stay informed, stay aware, stay ahead, only on Zenith Global News.